Hi guys, today, I'm bringing you some amazing manhwa that deserve your attention, hidden gems and absolute bangers you'll love. Let's get started. After clearing the 27th floor of the tower, Seonjain ascended and became the god of transcendence and death. Soon after, he received an invitation from the goddess of darkness. Guided by the goddess of shadows, he enters a hall where the god of heaven, the god of severance, and countless deities are waiting. The moment he appears, the gods feel it fear, awe, and respect for his overwhelming power. The goddess of darkness steps forward. Join the pantheon, become a main god, rule over earth or any world you want. Some gods explode in anger. How can a mortal take this position? Without hesitation, the goddess of darkness erases them in an instant. Silence fills the hall. You are not the rulers of this pantheon, she says coldly. Do not impose your will. She turns back to Seonjain. So, your answer. Seonjain looks at her and says, I refuse. I will climb the tower to the very top and become a true transcendent. Sitting alone on the bench, his heart pounds with worry. Then, a nurse approaches. Lady Cordela's treatment is over. Her vision worsened because she pushed herself too hard, but she'll recover soon. At that moment, relief floods his chest. He can finally breathe again. Without a second thought, he rushes to her room. There she is lying on the bed, her eyes wrapped in soft bandages. He steps closer and whispers, please, be careful next time. I was really worried about you. Cordela blushes, her voice trembling. Thank you for saving me. Days pass. He helps her with everything, guiding her, comforting her, never leaving her side. And finally, the day comes. The bandages are ready to be removed. He sits by her, unable to hide his nervous smile. She slowly unwraps them, light touching her eyes again. How do you feel? He asks softly. She giggles and says, I'm good. And in that quiet moment, he realizes her smile was the light he'd been waiting for. Our MC is just a normal taxi driver, nothing special. But one day while driving like usual, a strange gate opens and monsters attack him out of nowhere. Covered in wounds, on the verge of death, a voice echoes in his head. System awakening. Welcome, player. With this power, he upgraded his old car to a war machine and destroyed all the monsters. And just like that, the world he knew ends and the apocalyptic era begins. In desperate need of treatment, he drags himself to a half-destroyed hospital. Inside, a lone female doctor is treating injured survivors. But suddenly, monsters break in. With the last of his strength, he jumps in and saves her life. After the battle, he collapses. It's finally his turn to be treated. But what he doesn't know is, this doctor isn't just a doctor. She's hiding a terrifying power of her own. And now, their story truly begins. A young woman known as Aracilla Hugo, the most talented mage ever to graduate from the Academy of Magical Arts. The Empire crowned her with countless honors, and her personal fortune exceeded 3 billion gold pieces. They called her a prodigy, and the future head of the Magic Tower. Brilliant, proud, and completely devoted to magic, she once swore she'd never marry, turning down every noble proposal sent her way. But one morning, everything changed. She woke up, different, and suddenly declared, I want to marry Captain Vandermeer. Her family was stunned. Her sister, Iris Hugo, was deeply worried. It wasn't like Aracilla to act this way, but none of them knew she carried a secret she could never reveal. For 5 years, she'd been haunted by prophetic dreams. Dreams where Iris was sacrificed in a political marriage and later executed as the wife of a traitor. In that dream, Aracilla arrived too late. She couldn't save her. Now, given a second chance, she would defy fate itself. This time, she will save her no matter what it costs. Ichan is a useless gambler who loses everything. Desperate and in debt, he even tries to hand over his own daughter to the debt collectors. His wife stops him, and during the fight, he slips, hits his head, and falls unconscious. Moments later, the debt collectors returned with more men to take the child by force. His wife stood trembling, trying to protect her daughter, but she was powerless. Just when all hope was lost, lightning struck. Ichan stood up, but something was different. His eyes, his aura. It wasn't him anymore. He stopped the men effortlessly. A knife was swung at him. He caught it with his bare hands and crushed the attacker's arm like it was nothing. The collectors ran in fear. His wife, shocked and shaking, asked who he was. Ichan looked at her and said, I am not your husband. I am a god, and for some reason my soul is now inside this body. And from that moment, the life of this broken family completely changed.